So what we have here is the Raspberry Pi. This is a microcomputer that was released in 2012 and has a ARM v6 processor, 512 megabytes of RAM, an optional camera, which I have. It's that thing attached by the ribbon cable, built-in Ethernet, 2 USB 2.0 ports, built-in headphone jack, HDMI and composite outputs, a 20-pin GPIO, and it is powered off of a micro USB phone charger. The recommended voltage is about 5 volts, but you can usually run it off of anything. If you want better performance, there are also overclocking options for it. So this little computer relies entirely off of an SD card as the hard drive and the spot where its operating system is stored, and runs a full Linux desktop environment. Now, people have done many things with this computer. Somebody made a Bitcoin miner with one. I know of a person, he wired one up to a servo motor and had a little door, and he could feed his dog with some little dog feeder contraption. Many people have used this computer to do many things because it really is truly the easiest little computer to work with. So it's not like an Arduino at all. You don't plug it into your computer and write all this code and then just upload it to it. You hook this into a TV or computer monitor and boot it up into its operating system and then write the code. And plus, you don't have to use a separate computer to search up code on the internet or something. You can just do it right on there. Now, it does have a lot of capabilities, and it is a really cool computer. So I got mine in August of 2012 for my birthday, and this was just 2 months after this computer was released to the public. I believe so, if I'm correct. And I honestly haven't used it much since. So I pulled it out today, and I'm going to attempt to revive it. I have it all hooked up. I got a USB hub there, and it has a Ethernet dongle and a adapter for my wireless keyboard on there, and I have my mouse plugged into the computer at the moment, but it will be hooked into the hub too, and I just have it hooked up to this flat screen TV right here. So after I've done putting the image on the SD card for it, I'll boot it up and do some stuff with it and make sure it works. Now, I'm sure reviving it will be pretty easy. I mean, I haven't used it in 2 years, and it's not like a regular computer. It doesn't have a detachable processor. It doesn't have any fans. It doesn't have to have any cooling at all. It's just one cell phone board. It's like if you had a cell phone that was in the drawer for 10 years and you took it out and turned it on and it turned on and worked fine. That's probably how reviving this will be. So I'm going to put the operating system on the SD card, and I'll be right back. So to put the operating system on the SD card, I typically use Win32 Disk Imager. And this is a program that you can download and install for free. And basically what you can do is take an ISO or .img file and extract it to a SD card. And so I'm going to open it up here. It's just a very simple program. It will automatically detect your SD card or USB stick or whatever you're using, and you can just click right and it will do the rest for you. So I have to choose the image file, which will be under this folder, and then right there. Let's see here, and right. And it will give you that small warning, but just click OK. It's no big deal. And it may take a little bit to write this to the SD card, so I'm going to be back when it's done. And then finally, we will get the Pi working. So, I have just finished flashing the operating system to the SD card. So I'm going to put it in the Pi and boot it up, and whatever it does, it will show up on this TV. Hopefully it will work. So I'm going to do that real quick. Gotta close the door. Alright, take the SD card, put it in the slot, Let's do this. Oh, it's doing the color test. Look at that. It still works just fine. It's that little cartoonish looking fruit up there. It's the Raspberry Pi logo. That's supposed to be artwork of a raspberry. Looks like it's booting successfully so far. Looks like it's going to do just fine. So the first thing it should do is go into setup. It does take a little bit longer to boot than normally. So there's the setup. See if I can focus. And of course the stupid camera won't focus. Come on. Oh well. Okay, so this first choice here is to expand the file system, which you have to do. There we go. Don't want to change the password. Leave that alone. Got to change the local, the time zone, and the layout of my keyboard. So that little cursor down there is meaning it's trying to load. There we go. All locals, no, none. Let me change the format on the TV. There we go, that's good. Alright, now I gotta go right back into the internationalization options, time zone. US, Eastern time zone. Done with that. And the keyboard layout. Which might take a moment. It looks like it's already detected the one I'm using. So yes, mine is a generic 105 key. Let's see, I gotta do English US. Those are for UK English. And just gonna use regular old English. Default. No compose key. Yes. Just working on it. Alright. I'm going to enable the camera because I have it attached. And I'm going to go into advanced options and enable SSH so I can connect to it with a computer or my tablet. And I think that's about done. So I'm going to do finish and reboot. Just gotta set all the new settings. And if you can see the text now, it did do the drivers just then. It's loading the kernel. There's been a lot of changes to how it boots since I used the last version of Raspbian, which was in 2012. guess, okay, there we go. And now I'm going to log in with the default username and password, which is Pi and Raspberry. I'm going to do that. And now if you set it to not boot the desktop or the Scratch program, that command prompt there at the bottom should show up. That has the host name in green text and a blue money sign, which is where you enter your commands. So I'm going to go ahead and type in startx, which will take us into the X server, which is the graphical environment on here. So the desktop that Raspbian uses is LXDE, as you can see here. If you ask me, it kind of looks like Windows Vista in a way. So here we got Scratch, we have LX Terminal, which is the terminal. We have all the Python programs. We have Minecraft Pi, which is the version of the game Minecraft designed for the Raspberry Pi. Minecraft is one of my favorite games. I still play it now. Epiphany Web Browser, which is a HTML5 web browser designed for the Raspberry Pi. Some reference. The Pi Store, which is where you can purchase or download programs for it. OCR resources. Sonic Pi, which makes use of the Raspberry Pi's GPIO port. Mathematica, which is a Wolfram programming language program. That's to configure the Wi-Fi through my wireless dongle that I'm using. And Wolfram, the program to program in the Wolfram programming language. So I'm going to go ahead and set up Wi-Fi. They've also changed the little loading thingy. And now I'm going to click scan. Found my thingy. It found my thingy. I'll close it. Or no. Scan. Okay, there we go. And here I put in my password. And enter. Done. Let's see here. It is connected. So to go out of that. And disconnected. Scanning. Okay, there we go. Wi-Fi signal is a bit weak back here, so that's probably what it's doing. Let me move it a little bit. It keeps saying the driver failed. So that doesn't sound very good. Well, I'll have to worry about that later. Maybe I can get it fixed. Back in 2012 when I used it, it worked just fine with that dongle, so it's got to be a driver problem. Let's play Minecraft Pi. This is a real good game to play. It looks offset for some reason. Making a new world. Won't quit talking about disconnecting. Taking forever to build a world. Take out that piece of junk. Wi-Fi adapter. Looks like the processor activity is getting full for some reason. Minecraft Pi isn't really a high graphics game though. And I mean, the Raspberry Pi, it does have a operating system, a third-party operating system, which is a MAME emulator, which you can play 3D games and stuff. And as you can see, Minecraft Pi is pretty low graphics. You can just walk around, you got your sword. You can look at everything you got. You can still build and stuff. And just gonna build me a little house. Crap. It's basically like a very dumbed down version of Minecraft Pocket Edition, and for some reason they have not, Mojang, the creator of Minecraft, has not updated the game since they released it, and now since they're probably since they've been bought out by Microsoft, they'll never update the game. But I'm sure somebody on the internet will come along and make improvements to this. I don't know, maybe a former employee of Mojang or something. I don't know how the whole system works. So let's see here what else we can do. Except right there. Can't go on the internet, that's for sure. But if you do go on the internet on your Raspberry Pi, it's just like a HTML5 browser, like Google Chrome or the current version of Internet Explorer or whatever. It's pretty much a normal internet browsing experience. So, let's see. There might be some extra goodies in here. Not really. We could go into the configuration manager and probably change how the desktop looks. Make that look different. We can do that. That looks pretty cool. Just a bunch of settings. So, the revival of the Raspberry Pi Model B was pretty successful. Do comment, rate, and subscribe if you like my video, and if you want to comment, rate, or subscribe. I also have a Instagram page. It is at Toms_Lab. The name Toms on there is spelled like it is on my channel. And there's no caps, it's just Toms_Lab. You know what? I'll go into the terminal. No, I meant the notepad and type it. I can't find the notepad. There it is, LeafPad. That's exactly how it's done. Toms_Lab. It's done just like that. So, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys later.